Welcome to Aussie Wristwatch. I'm Jessica, and today we are looking at Seiko. In particular, Seiko Prospex Land. Now, I have heard about Seiko Prospex before because a friend of mine has, I think, 3 versions of the diver that came out maybe 2 years ago, and he's a mad fan. He's gonna be like, you got it wrong, Jess, when I say this, because I can't remember, but he got limited editions with particular numbers on them that he's very excited about, and they are sexy dive watches, I must say. He showed them to me when he came around, and I was like, they're very cool. And it's not like I'd never heard of Seiko before, don't get me wrong. I just hadn't really discovered those watches. And so late last year, I was invited through one of the watch clubs to the Seiko Prospex launch of this watch that I'm about to show you. And yeah, I loved it. So funnily enough, having had the friend who introduced me to the Prospex models through the dive watches, I hadn't really appreciated that they had sea, land and air. So let's talk about them very quickly. So the line comes from professional specifications, and it represents the commitment to professional grade sports watches from Seiko. Now, they launched in 1965, and now they've pretty much established themselves as a cornerstone of the Seiko collection. So the C is the pioneer line, and they began here. They began in 1965 with dive watches. So Seiko introduced Japan's first professional diver's watch, the 62 MAS, which was water resistant to 150 meters. It followed the 1968 professional diver's 300M, which featured an innovative one-piece case design. The turtle, tuna, and samurai models have become iconic in the diving community, with the 1975 professional diver's 600M, the original tuna or tuna, depending who you are, setting new standards for deep sea diving watches. Now, Land is the explorer's companion, and so the watch I'm going to be talking about today sits within this category. Prospex Land series emerged to meet the needs of adventurers and explorers, basically. So they were incorporating, these watches incorporated features like compasses in the bezels, altimeters, and robust protection against harsh environments. The Alpinist series, first introduced in '61, later incorporated into the Prospex line, became particularly renowned to mountaineers. Land models are distinguished by their focus on orientation tools, durability in extreme conditions, and resistance to magnetic fields, crucial for modern explorers dealing with the various electronic equipment. The Air series caters to pilots, well, no surprises there, I guess, and aviation enthusiasts. It features chronographs and watches with flight computer capabilities. Models typically include features like the slide rule bezels. Obviously, we've seen them on the Navitimer. Even I remember that one. But that helps them calculate fuel consumption, distance, and speed, something I will never be able to do without, well, ever. And we're talking about today, that's right. It's a limited edition to 1,000 pieces. I went to the launch, I saw it, I fell in love with it. I did not buy it. I went home and I said to my wife, oh, this watch, it was amazing. It looked fantastic. It's not something I'd usually pick. It's smaller. It's red. It's a bit dressier, but I just loved it. Probably fell for a bit of the marketing, but you know, who doesn't? And it's the Prospex Land SPB 489. If someone could come up with a better name, that would be great. It's actually takes influence from the Australian outback, which very much lent itself to the marketing campaign and the launch that I went to. Now, the specifications on this watch are, it's a caliber SR35 automatic with manual winding capability. Precision to plus 25 to minus 15 seconds per day. Power reserves approximately 70 hours, 24 joules, sorry. It's got a stop secondhand function and date display, something I'm yet to actually learn how to use. I mean, I can set the date, but the stop hand. Case and band specifications. So the case material is stainless steel. Dimensions, thickness 13.2 mil, so it's actually quite thick. Diameter is 39.5, so it's very much on the smaller side of the watches that I wear, and the lug to lug is 46.4 millimeters. Lug width 20 millimeters, so again, it's pretty versatile in terms of what other straps you can put on this watch, but the strap that it comes with is calf skin, and it's beautiful. So I probably won't be changing that anytime soon. It's crystal sapphire with magnifier and anti-reflective coating on inner surface. It's Lumi Bright on hands and indices. Gives it a pretty impressive lume. And as I said, you've got a calf skin strap, which is lovely. It's water resistant 20 bar, magnetic resistance 4800 AM. Special features, limited edition marking on case back. Funnily enough, I haven't actually looked at that. Let me see if I can find it now. Yes, I can, but because I'm getting older, I can't read very well anymore. All right, this is number 420 out of 1,000. Someone can tell me whether that's a good number or not. Doesn't really matter to me. It's got an engraved serial number, and obviously it's got the display or see-through case back, which is quite pretty to look at. It's a very pretty movement. So what do I think about this watch? Well, as I said to you, when I saw it at the launch, I fell in love with it. I thought it looked like nothing I'd ever seen before, particularly in this this line. It had some spectacular watches, I must say. They had the whole collection on display of the Prospex range. It also had a series of, I guess it's part of the Land series, but a series of like motorsport watches in the Prospex range, which were kind of cool as well. But this is very much dressy. So the Land models tended to lend themselves, in my view, to a dressier watch. But I liked this watch. I'm telling you, the marketing campaign worked on me because I liked this watch because A, it's dressy, but it's robust enough that you can wear it out because it's the whole point of the watch, right? It's meant to be an adventurous watch. So notwithstanding it's on a calfskin leather strap, it's stainless steel, it's on leather, it's robust enough that you can wear it mountaineering if you so desire, or at least on a road trip, I don't know, out in the outback. Would I or wouldn't I? Who knows? But, you know, the option's there if you want it. It's a beautiful watch. It's 1,250 Australian dollars. So it's not cheap, but it's not badly priced. What is it that the pundits say out there about Seiko and price point? I kind of feel Seiko probably, this is just a total uneducated gut feel, shouldn't sit any more than what I've paid for this watch. I know the Dive Prospex range is more expensive than that. That's why I haven't got one. But I don't know. I still feel like Seiko's probably meant to sit in the more bang for your buck affordable price point. It's the whole point they created Grand Seiko, isn't it? Probably not. I've probably said something that everyone's going to jump on in the comments. Whatever. But it's a beautiful watch. You'll see the amazing detail in this dial on the video that I put up throughout this video, but it is gorgeous, and it's meant, as I said before, it's meant to reflect the Australian outback. So it's kind of got like this wavy, beautiful etched dial that just sparkles under the sun. I managed to do a video out in my back courtyard. The sun was shining spectacularly this morning, and I think it really makes it pop. So much more than any kind of artificial light could do it justice. And you can just really see the brilliance in that dial and the detail of the dial. And that is really what I loved about this watch. At the end of the day, it was the aesthetics. It was pretty, it looked great on my wrist, it felt really good, and it just seemed like a bit of fun, but a little bit of dressy fun. Because I do a lot of sport watches because I love them, and I do wear them regardless of where I am, but I have a few other nicer, dressier watches that I can wear for time to time, and this is going in that pile, to be honest with you. But yeah, this was a super cool Christmas present, I must say, because I was pretty disappointed when I couldn't buy it because it sold out. I was like, oh, I really should have got that watch. It was, to be honest, affordable. I really enjoyed it. I thought about it after the event. You know, I let that sort of excitement dissipate, and I still thought about it after that. That's when you know. Just saying. So my wife, she was onto it. Apparently she ordered it almost immediately after I came home from that event and then set it aside. And yeah, so I opened this on Christmas Day, much to my delight, and went, holy cow, you've overachieved, as usual. She bought me a ton of different things. But yeah, this was the creme de la creme of my present, and I was very, very happy, and I'm very fortunate. Tell me your thoughts, guys. Have you got this watch? Have you been eyeing it off? What other watches do you have in the Prospex line of Seiko? There's got to be some die-hard fans out there for this, for not only Seiko, but the Prospex range, for sure. I would love to hear your thoughts. But until next time, everyone, have a great week.